I need to talk today about fraction. What is the meaning of fraction? Fraction means part out of whole, part out of whole. Okay, and if I need to represent a fraction, I will draw sleeping line like that, and I will write two numbers, one up and one down. The number up is called the numerator, the number down is called the denominator. Type. What does this number represent? And what does this number represent? The number in denominator represent the total equal parts. And for example, if I have a shape, this shape, I will divide it into three equal parts. Now I have a total three equal parts, so I will write in the denominator 3. Then I shade or I colored two parts. Now, what is the fraction which represent the number of colored parts or the number of shaded parts is 2/3. I colored 2/3. I colored two parts out of three parts. Okay. Okay. Then here, if I need to write the number which represent the colored part, here, how many total equal parts? How many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. But 4 equal parts, I will put it down in the denominator. I colored only one part. I write it in the numerator. Here also, I colored one part. يبقى 1 over how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3. 3 equal parts. Here, I colored one part, 1 out of 2, يبقى 2 equal parts. I will count here how many equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 equal parts, and I colored one part only. يبقى now we know how to write a fraction. And what is the meaning of fraction? It's a part out of whole. Okay. Here the same. If I need to write the fraction of the colored parts, I have in all, I have 4 equal parts. I colored 3, يبقى 3/4. Here, two colored parts, يبقى 2/3. How can I read it? I will say 2/3. Here 3/4 or 3/4. Okay, here 1/8, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5/8. 5/8. Okay, we will complete. Okay, now we need to know what are the types of fractions. I have 3 types of fraction. If the numerator is less than the denominator, it's called proper fraction. Proper fraction. If the numerator bigger than the denominator, it will be improper fraction. Improper fraction. Okay, if I have whole number and proper fraction beside the whole number, it will called mixed number. Again, here I have proper fraction, I have here improper fraction, I have here mixed number. What is the meaning of mixed number? Mixed number, if I say that Ahmed eats one whole chocolate, then he eats 2/3 of the second chocolate. He eats one whole, then he complete by 2/3 of the second chocolate. But here if I say that Natalie eats only 2/3 from one chocolate, I have one chocolate and I divide it into 3 equal parts. Natalie eats two parts out of 3. But she didn't eat one whole chocolate. Okay, got the idea? Okay, we will complete. Here, how to convert the improper fraction, the mixed number to improper fraction. I will give you the idea. If I have mixed number, for example, 2 and 2/3, how can I write it as an improper fraction. Here is mixed number. I need to convert it to improper fraction. So I will multiply the whole, multiply the denominator, then plus the numerator. يبقى 2 by 3 equals 6 plus 2 equal 8. يبقى 8 over 3. And the denominator will be the same. Now I convert it. Look at this example. I will make the same. 2 multiply 9 plus 1. 2 multiply 9, it will be 18. 18 plus 1, 19. And the denominator will be the same. Okay. One second. I need to say something before I will teach you how to convert it to mixed. How can I read the fraction? How can I read the fraction? I can say if I have improper or proper fraction, and for example 3 over 5, I will say 3/5. Okay, if I have, and if I need to write it in word, I will write 3/5. Or if I have like that, I will say 7/3. 7/3, and so on. All the time, the first number will be the numerator, and the second word, the first word will be the numerator, the second word will be the denominator. If I say, for example, this number, it will be 2/10. Okay, got the idea? Okay, now we need to learn how to convert the improper to mixed number. It's the same idea for division. If I have 7 pencils and I need to divide it into 3 boys, يبقى each boy will take 2 whole pencils, and I have remainder. The remainder will be, and if I say 7 divided 3, you will say for me it will be 2 and remainder 1. يبقى if each student will take 2 and I have remainder 1. So ال2 it will be the whole. I need to convert it to mixed. يعني whole and fraction. يبقى ال2 will be the whole and the fraction. The denominator will be the same. The remainder will be the numerator. Okay. Again, here I say for you the denominator will be the same. Divide 11, divided 2. Okay, if you don't know how to divide, list the multiple. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Where is number 11? Number 11 here. I can't find it in the multiple of 2. So how many whole number? How many multiple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. يبقى if you divide 11 divided 2, it will give you 5 whole. 5 multiply 2, it will be 10. 10 from 11, I need 1. يبقى remainder 1. If I have 11 pound and I have 2 kids, I need to divide 11 equally sharing to my kids. يبقى each kids will take 5 pound and remainder 1. I will take it for myself. Okay, so here the whole number will be the same. Here 5. The denominator will be the same denominator, and the remainder will be the numerator. Again, I will solve with you another example and you will complete it. For example, I will solve this one. Okay, 19 divided 4. If you can get it quickly, mentally, okay, as you like. If you can't, list the multiple. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Where is number 19? Number 19 here. I can't find it in the multiple, but I can count how many multiple before 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. يبقى I have 4 whole numbers, okay? Then remainder, 4 multiply 4 equals 16. From 19, I have 3, remainder 3. يبقى ال 4, it will be the whole, and I have here fraction. Denominator will be the same, and the numerator will be the remainder. I will write here 3. Okay? Okay. Sorry. Now we need to arrange. We will take inshallah later how to get the equivalent fraction. But now I need to compare or arrange these numbers without the equivalent. Maybe by drawing. يعني if you don't know how to arrange, draw, or try to get it mentally. Okay. How to order this the following mixed number from the greatest to the smallest. First, when I compare, I have to look at the whole number first. يعني if I say, for example, here Dima, here Dareen, here Lina, and here Karma. Okay, if I say for you that Dareen eats 3 whole chocolate and a half, Dima, sorry, here Dima, and here Dareen. Dima eats 3 whole chocolate and a half. Dareen eats 5 whole chocolate and 2/3. Lina eats 1 whole chocolate and 1/5. Karma eats 3 whole chocolate and 3/4. Okay, طيب. Here I need to know which one of them eats more. Which one of them eats more. يبقى first I will look at the whole number of a chocolate. I will not see the fraction or the decimal. First, يبقى when you compare, you look at the whole. I will see that Dareen eats more whole. So this is the greatest number. So the greatest number will be 5 and 2/3. Yes? Then it doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter the fraction. What is the fraction here? Because what? Because the whole number is bigger than the whole number. Here 5, but here 3 and here 3. Then you will say for me, which one is bigger? 3.5 or 3/4? Yani if you have a chocolate, if you eat half, it's more, or if you eat 3/4? No, if I eat 3/4, it will be more. Yes. So here the second number will be 3 and 3/4. Then 3.5, then 1.5. It's easy. Okay, طيب. Because here I have different whole. يبقى if I have different whole, يبقى I compare the whole first. Okay, here, come to look here. I need to compare these numbers and arrange these numbers from the smallest to the greatest. If you don't know, draw it. Okay, first I have here 5 and I have here 5. يبقى I have to compare ال 2/3 and ال 3/6. Yes, ال 3/6 it's a half. يبقى which bigger, 2/3 or half? يعني here if I draw for you 2/3 or half. Sorry, it will be here half. If you eat 2/3, it's bigger, or if you eat half. Your mom give you 2 pizza, you and your brother. You eat half and your brother eats 2/3. Who eats bigger? Your brother. Yes, ال 2/3 bigger. يبقى ال 2/3 bigger than ال half. So this number is the biggest number. يبقى I will write it here. 5 and 2/3. Before it, I will write 5 and 3/6. Okay, now I will erase these two numbers. Then I will compare between these two numbers. Okay, the whole number the same, 2 and 2 and 2. Okay, but I have to compare between the 3/4, the half, and the 3/8. How can I compare it? I will draw it. I don't know, so I will draw it here. Okay, I will represent here a 3/4. Then I will represent here a half. يبقى 3/4, half, and here I will represent, I will divide the circle into 8 equal parts, like that. If I eat 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3, 3 parts only. Okay, 3 parts only. So, which bigger? The biggest one here, 3/8. Yeah, 3/8. Which bigger? Yes, this one, the biggest one. So 2 3/4, the biggest. So I will write it here. Then 3/8 or الهاف. No, الهاف bigger. If I eat الهاف of البيتزا, it's bigger than if I eat ال 3/8. So I will write الهاف يبقى ال 2 and a half. It's bigger. Then the smallest one, it will be 2 and 3/8. So if I look from here, يبقى the smallest one 2 and 3/8, then 2 half, then 2 and 3/4, then 5 and 3/6, then 5 and 2/3. Okay. Now we need to know how to put a number on the number line, or how to see the line represent which number. Okay. Here I have a chocolate. This one chocolate I divided into 2 equal parts. If you eat this part, so I eat half. So this number, it will be half. Okay. Here I have 5 whole, so I will start to count after 5. يعني I eat 5 whole chocolate and part. Okay, so this part will equal, I have 1 chocolate divided into 4 parts. Why 4? Because if you make a jump, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have a chocolate and I divided into 4 parts. So here quarter, here half, here 3/4. So if you stand here, you stand in 5 and 3/4. Okay. Here also I count after 3. So you eat 3 whole chocolate, and how many parts here? I have here 10 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, sorry. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have the chocolate and I divided into 8 parts. 8 parts. You eat only 3 parts out of 8. يبقى here 3 whole chocolate and 3 out of 8. Okay? يبقى this arrow represents 3 and 3/8. Because here the chocolate, you divided the chocolate into 8 parts. طب if you divided the chocolate into 10 parts, يبقى each part will be 1 over if you divide the chocolate into 10 parts, يبقى each part will represent 1 over 10. If you divide the chocolate into 5 parts, يبقى each part will represent 1 over 5. Okay? Thank you so much. Please